So sometimes on an outlet, you have, let's go with a standard outlet. What do we have on a standard outlet, right? A duplex receptacle, first of all, has two of the, this is the one you normally see, the
Yeah.
duplex. The way we mount this is with the yoke, which is the little metal part that connects those two together. And it's also what the ground is connected to. It's called the yoke. And so
Yeah.
what 210 is saying is whenever you have a system like this where both of these plexes, we'll call this one 1 and this one 2, are on the same yoke, you have two separate places where we can set up a circuit. So a regular outlet has one breaker from the panel. I'll just put it over here. Weird spot for it, but there it is. And it has one wire leaving that breaker and going to the outlet. And of course, we have a neutral as well. All right, the neutral is heading back over to the neutral spot. And then this outlet has a joining piece of metal from one plex to the other. And this is how the voltage that comes in through here gets to this one down here. So I can plug into each one of these sides. Whatever I'm plugging in here, if I plug something in up here and I plug something in up here, they're all connected to that one breaker.
Yeah.
Okay. But sometimes, because I have these two sides, people will get another breaker and send a different circuit to it. B phase now, for example, the A phase and the B phase system. Put it over here, A and B. And now I have two things. One is, first of all, I got to break this little connecting point. It's called a tab.
Yeah.
And now separate the top one from the bottom, or if not, I'm going to have an explosion every time I turn on those breakers. But two is I'm sending 120 volts from A phase, and I'm sending 120 volts from B phase, and this is a combined voltage of 240 volts.
Can you can also measure 240 right from, well, actually this one, well, it would apply because it's a home run, right? So it would still do.
Yeah, these are home runs straight back to the panel, yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, I get this part.
And so now what the problem becomes is there are two types of outlets that they make, a 120 volt rated outlet and a 250 volt rated outlet. So I have to make sure that, first of all, if I have this situation going on down here, where I have 240, that I've bought the right outlet over there.
Sure.
And now going over to the actual code section, right now to read it, it says if I have two or more branch circuits, which is what we had just now, supplying one device or piece of equipment, like this can go to a machine as well, but we'll keep it on one device, on the same yoke, right? So now we're going two different circuits to the same yoke, to the same outlet. I have to, a means of disconnecting both of those ungrounded conductors at the same time, simultaneously, shall be provided at the point at which the breakers are at their originating point, which is the panel.
That's what I'm. That just gives me so confused. I don't understand that. I don't get it. I don't get that part.
That we have to shut them off at the same time?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's it, right? So, but if you have two breakers, how do you shut them off at the same time?
Exactly. How do you shut them off at the same time? So this is one of two ways to do it. All right, there's one of two ways that you can do this. One is they sell a breaker that looks like this. 1 second, let me head over to it. Just got to remember which lecture I had it in. Maybe it was in 5. Yes. So this is a single pole breaker. This is a single individual breaker, which it only has one tab on it.
There's a 30 amp.
That one says 30 amps. Yeah, this is a 30 amp breaker. Yeah. They also sell a double pole breaker.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That has this one here and that one here, and one, as it says here in this note, this is, you're going to get it in code D, but disconnects two ungrounded conductor at the same time.
Okay.
So this is one of the ways I can do it. One of the ways I can do it is I can just buy a double pole breaker, connect A phase, connect B phase. One goes to the one side of the outlet, one goes to the other side of the outlet, and I have a perfect way of simultaneously disconnecting those two ungrounded conductors at the same time.
Okay. So that's just saying that you have to.
Yeah. Now, as I was saying yesterday, which is if you can actually put two singles side by side, and they sell a connecting piece that connects from here, a pin that goes right through.
Okay.
And if you notice your breaker tomorrow, if you haven't noticed this, look at the breakers we have in the lab, and you'll notice there's a little hole right there.
Yeah. Okay.
It's for that, when we have to do it this way. A lot of people don't like that method. Everyone prefers this one because it's just way easier. Just buy a breaker to do it. If not, you have two. But sometimes you get stuck where, it is what it is. So and by the way, just to point out, there is a 3-pole breaker as well that disconnects all 3 of them simultaneously.
Cool.
So that's the thing when you have that. So at the same time as the concern. All right, good to go with that?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, now 3.10.8 is just where we got to put GFCIs. That was the only other part to that.
Oh, where? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too complicated there. I just want to make sure that you know that there is a dwelling unit section for houses and things like that. And then there is a other than dwelling unit section. So for example, if the question says, do I need a GFCI on a rooftop? I just want to make sure that you're over here and you're not over here in dwelling units going, hey, I don't see rooftop here, right? Oh no, I don't see rooftop. But then when you jump over to other than dwelling units, there you'll see rooftops. Okay. So I just want to make sure that you guys understood that there was 2 sections to 210.8, one for residential, one for non-residential.
Okay.
And that was it. You don't have to highlight all of those, just A and B, so that you have a separate 2 sections of there, and you're good to go from there.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, thank
Awesome.
you.
Yep, you're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.